Sunman Patu, king of YouTube. I'm here with a very powerful sister that I met some months ago, and she's always dropping jewels for the masses. Well, me and her build a lot, and we were just sitting here talking about Michelle Obama and natural hair, and how I believe that Michelle Obama is going to actually flip her hairstyle and start wearing it natural. So I'm just going to let this sister elaborate on the whole subject, whether it's natural hair or whether it's where our people are going in the next few years as far as consciousness. Just check it out and hear the sister build. Introduce yourself, baby.
What's up? This is poeticjustice823. Basically, I'm just dealing with this matrix, and the matrix to me is just everything that's unnatural, period. Our way of living right now, we live in a synthetic lifestyle. We have no connection to nature. We don't touch our food with our own hands. We don't grow it. We don't put our feet on soil. Everything is just synthetic. We walk in a building on stones, and that's built to construct a higher level, but to take us out of a level of consciousness, because we're not dealing with nature. We're not eating properly. We're not living properly. We're supposed to go with the flow. We overpopulating areas because we're not migrating anymore. We're staying in one area, and it's overpopulating. And this is how the matrix is taking over our lives. We have to get back to natural energy. Everything that we do from now on and from this point has to be natural. This is just how it's coming to me, the information. And I'm just trying to share it with y'all in the YouTube world. You know, you got any more questions?
Yeah, like what kind of things what do you see is going to happen in these last days and times? Because like me and you was talking about the Great Tribulation and hell on earth, the 3.5 year period before the year 2012. What do you see as most importantly as a mother? Because you're a mother, and I consider mothers to be divine beings, because the Bible said, "Blessed be the womb that beareth a seed." And I've also heard sayings that, like, when you pray, that God is more apt to hear the prayer of a mother. So what I'm trying to find out, like, what do you see for the world? What you see for your children? What you see for you? What's going on in society right now?
Well, what's going on in society right now is we have to. It's the old saying that says survival is the fittest. If we are so accustomed and programmed to go into the supermarkets to get our food, how if it right now, if it's an outage and all the food in the supermarkets should spoil, how would we feed our family? How would we feed our children? Do our children have natural survival skills? We have to start giving our children skills. Remember when we was younger, we had the Boy Scout and the Girl Scout.
True.
They took us out on little hikes, taught us how to strike matches, spark fire with rock and all of that. Right now, our kids only can tell us what's the latest Lil Wayne song. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get our kids back into survival skills. Survival is not running to the supermarket and getting a pack of meat when you're hungry. You understand what I'm saying? What incense and what plants we can eat to survive on. Where we can get water from if the water supply become low.
Okay.
These are the things that we have to start instilling into our children. We have to get back to nature. It all goes back to being one with nature, because that's what the earth is crying for. Because everything is so synthetic. The earth is being stripped of all natural minerals, all natural irons, all the oil, the soil, all the trees are being cut down. And the earth is crying. When are we going to stop and listen to the earth? You know, my son gave me a name. He said, "Ma, you Mother Nature, because you always speak of nature." I said, because that's the way. When are we going to get back into consciousness that what is out there is in us? And if we neglecting that, we're neglecting us. And once we become back, try to get back to natural events and natural way of living, look, we don't need big houses and all of this. We could survive in a little teepee just to shelter over our head from the rain. We can go in a little hole to get shelter, but we can live off nature. Nature's always going to take care of us as long as we take care of them, and
That's
we
right.
keep the two married. We have to become one.
Okay.
If we don't become one with nature, nature is going to cry out, and nature's going to harm us.
Yeah, she's going to lash back at us, which is what we see happening. You notice that the hurricanes now, they form on the east coast of America now. Hurricanes traditionally have formed on the west coast of Africa and come across the Atlantic Ocean. Now scientists predict that the hurricanes, so we're seeing nature fundamentally make changes that we're not accustomed to.
The key word is balance. It's no balance. Nature is catering to us, but we're not catering to it.
Okay.
So it's an unbalance. That's just like you can sit there and tell your child, do this, do that, help around the house. You doing all the house chores and everything is on you, and you feel that pressure. Just like a mother feel that pressure when it's not balanced between her and her child, this is what Mother Nature is feeling right now. She's telling us to come back to her, You understand? But we're not seeing it because we stuck in this matrix of this way, the so-called American dream, the way, the right way. We got to have cars, which is damaging the earth. It's polluting the air. You understand? We're cutting down all the trees. We need the oxygen. What could we do without oxygen? The water's polluted. Everything is polluted now. Oh,
we're overfishing the seas, by the way. We're running out of fish, right?
And what is if we're not overfishing, we're killing them with the pollution in the water.
Okay.
So our fish is poisoned. They got too much mercury. Things that was good for us is no good. Now you see all of these stores and supermarkets trying to say organic. How is it organic if it's grown and then took to a factory or a laboratory? It's not organic then. If you ain't touch it with your hand and bear the seed and put the seed in the soil and grow it yourself and pick it yourself and eat it, then it's not organic. So get off this misled, miseducated mentality that we can go and find organic food. Because once the supermarket or it comes to a so-called manufacturer, it's no longer organic.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the words from the Divine Goddess. poeticjustice823, right?
That's right.
That's her page on YouTube. Check her out. Trust me, man, this sister got a lot of information to share with the people, and I look forward to building with her more in the future. Hotep.
Hotep.